Hey, what's going on, bosses? Adrian Diaz here with Hasta La Vista Boss, the place where ambitious people like you and I, we talk about how to create a business or how to start a business of our own in order to create passive income, online or offline, that will provide us with the exit from the rat race and finally live our lives on our own terms. How that sounds. I hope that sounds interesting, and if that sounds interesting, please consider to subscribe to Hasta La Vista Boss YouTube channel. As well, give me a thumbs up or thumbs down, love me or hate me. Please interact with my videos. That would be awesome and much appreciated. Thank you. Alrighty, let's get into it and let's see what today's video is all about. And I want to talk to you about how to use Surfer SEO. I'm sure you heard about this tool. It's kind of been on the uptrend in the last year or so, and it's a similar tool like probably you heard Page Optimizer Pro or Quora. I'm not going to go into details of what these tools are actually doing and how they work, but Surfer SEO, just like the other ones, it's a correlation tool that will help you optimize your pages based on what your competitors are doing. So it will give they will go out there and scan and scrape what's going on with the top pages, and you will bring you back some data that you can actually start making decisions what to change on your website, on your pages, based on data, which obviously is much better than guessing what to do and why your competition is doing better than you. So I was on the phone a couple of weeks ago with mi amigo Michal Suski, and he gave me a great news for those of you out there who are already Surfer SEO fans. And he told me that now the tool has the NLP and Sentiment Analysis feature as well. For the sentiment analysis, they're using IBM Watson. So I think that's a great news. So I'm very curious to use this tool for my two little projects that I have, creating two websites, one for the Spanish market and one for the Brazilian market. And by the way, Surfer SEO NLP works in those two languages, which is great. I'll let you know how that goes for me in the future. That would be a good reason for you to subscribe to Hasta La Vista Boss channel if you want, because at the moment I'm still putting together the projects, but I will let you know, guys, how that worked for me. So in this video, of course, this video is for all of you out there, but a dear friend of mine has asked me how he can use Surfer SEO, and I said, well, this might be a very good video for everybody, right? So I want to share it here with you today. In all honesty, it's not that complicated. It might have a lot of bells and whistles and all that stuff, but if you're using it for these two things that I'm using it, and I'm sure other people do the same, you're gonna be just fine. You're gonna probably be 90% ahead of many people. The bells and whistles, like I was saying, is for those people who really want to get into lose themselves in the data that the tool provides, and maybe if you are on top 5, I would say, and you see there's nothing that you can do works and doesn't move the needle. Maybe you really want to go into the very, very little things that might be or might help you move the needle. You never know. So with that said, let's go into it and see how I use Surfer SEO and what for. I'm using it basically for two things. As you will see here, we have SERP Analyzer and Content Editor and Keyword Research, but I'm not using Keyword Research with Surfer. I'm using Ahrefs for that. So basically, I said two ways of using Surfer SEO. The first one is for optimizing an existing page and win positions on the SERP for a page that is already ranking. So for that, we're gonna use the SERP analyzer, and we come back in just a second. And the second way I'm using Surfer SEO is when I want to create a new page for a new keyword that I want to rank. So you see here, content editor. This is what we're gonna use for that, and this will help us optimize our page, our brand new page, like really optimized, and having more chances to rank, to have a good ranking position right from the get-go. Alright, and to be honest, I wanted to do this on my website. I have a page here related to Kyle Roof on-page SEO course, but then I put the keyword in the tool, and the tool was saying me that I'm number one. I couldn't believe it, so I had to Google it, and you know, it's a good thing. Obviously, I'm not checking these keywords very often. Excuse me. But unfortunately, I can't use it for my website in here. As you can see, this is my website, hastalavistaboss.net, and we won't be able to use it. So I think we need to find something else instead. So I said we're gonna use this keyword, link building strategies. I mean, for no reason, okay? I just picked this one up. So let's see Surfer SEO in action. And we're gonna start by optimizing an existing page and improve it in order to gain more positions on the SERP. So for that, you just have to come here to SERP Analyzer, and you're just gonna put your keyword in here, link building strategies. Excuse me, building strategies. If you have the NLP feature membership, you just click here, you know, don't forget to click it and then create a query. I'm not gonna do that because I want to save some credits. I've done it already in here as well, as you can see today. So once you click create a query, you're gonna wait for a minute or so, and the tool is gonna pull all the data for you, and then you just have to click on it like you see in here, and it's gonna take us to the report. Now this is the screen you're gonna see. I know that might seem overwhelming. Don't be afraid of this, don't be scared. I'm gonna just a little bit briefly explain you what this is and what are you looking at. So as you can see here, we have a graphic here. We have a chart that will show us the data in a visual way. Many people, like myself, for example, I understand data better if I see some images or graphs, like in this case. Then here on the left you have the menu. As you can see, content, search visibility, backlinks, structure, and what else we have here, quality and media. We're gonna come back just in a second to this, and I'll show you how to use it briefly. And then here on the bottom you have the competing pages. All right, so and then you have some nice data in here. I like to look at this because here will show you how many keywords these particular websites are ranking for this particular URL, how many estimated traffic they have, similar keywords. This one is really good because you can actually take these keywords and put them on your page. Again, questions, really helpful. You can take these questions and maybe create an FAQ section, or maybe just some extra H2 sections on your site. And one thing we should do first, right from the beginning, is we should put our website in here. See here, compare your website to competitors. So let's say we take a page, maybe somewhere on the page 2, maybe page 2, 3. Let's see what we have here. Just take anybody. I'll take let's see, these guys, SEO hacker. I don't know who they are. Or should we take Yeah, let's take any of these guys. I'll take Adam Roy. I don't know who you are, buddy. I'm just gonna take this website, or maybe let's take these guys that I have them already in here. It's Outreach Mama. So let's say this is our website. We're gonna paste our page in here, and we're gonna click compare. And we're gonna wait for a minute or so, and they're gonna pull the data for us. And I'll show you in just a second how this report can help us to improve our pages, and hopefully we gain some positions on the rank. Okay, this is taking just a few more seconds. Alrighty, seems like it's ready. So we have some options in here. You see, refresh URL, explore text of important elements. This is showing us the schema that we found on this website. This is if we click this, is gonna show our website on this graph above, and we'll come back in just a second. This is a snapshot of your page, and this is the audit that we're gonna open in just a minute. So let's click this show on the chart. What this will do is going to put our website here in the chart, and is going to compare it with our competition. You should unselect or deselect these averages here, and you always want to look at top 10. That's what I like to look, is the top 10. So usually this what we see here is the words in the body. So how many words we have, or the competitors on page 1 have. And you see this blue line here, this is us, this is our website, because we selected in here, show where is it, to show on the chart. Okay, so you can find yourself, you know, to see if you're over optimized, if there's something missing. Maybe your competitors they have less and you have a lot more, and vice versa. So this is going to be helpful to give you an idea of where you stand, or where we stand with our page. So as you can see, this for how many words the article have, we have about 8,900, and these guys have 6,000, 4,000, 22,000, and so on. So we are more or less on, I would say, not bad with the content. As you can see here, we are close to number 1 and 2, and 5 and 6. So that would be all right. Another thing you can look at, let's say you want to see how many times these guys, the competition, is using the exact match keyword in their body. So you go to body, and then you go to exact keywords. Again, this blue line here, it's us, and this is the competition. And this tool is telling me that we're using it 0 times. Number 1 5 times, 3 times, 30 times. So let me just quickly check, is this true? Like, we don't have link building strategies in our content. Control F, 0 times. Ooh, that's interesting. All right. So this could be something that you can apply straight away. You know, you can go ahead and use some exact match keywords. That's a smart thing to do. At least a couple of times. Other things you can check on the title, for example, how many of these guys are using the exact match. As you can see, number 1 is using it 1, 2. We're using it 0 because our line is here, our website is here. So again, that would be a smart thing to do. Let's see in the image alt how many people are using it in the image alt. Number 1 0, number 2 0, number 3 once, and the rest of the page 1 results using it 0 times. But I would say this is a smart thing to do as well. Just go ahead and add that exact match keyword in your alt attributes at least once. That would be really helpful. And you have a lot of stuff. I mean, I'm sure you're getting the idea. You can even what else we can do in here? You can check images, you can check the page speed, and compare, for example, the load time. Let's see how we compare to the rest of the SERP. As you can see, we are really bad here. So we really have to go and work on this, whatever this is, and bring it down to 5,000 milliseconds or 5,000 milliseconds, or in that region. But this is gonna show up in the audit anyway. We're gonna see that in just a second. So after you've seen this, how to use the menu and how to actually have a look on the graph to see where we stand in comparison to our how do you say, to our competition, you can go ahead and see the full audit that we have for our page. And as you can see, Surfer Seo is giving us some errors and some warnings in here. And one thing you can do, if you have a team in house, you can just copy this shareable link. You go to just any page in here, or I don't know how you communicate. Maybe you have emails or whatever. However you guys communicate, you can give them this link and you can tell them, hey, listen, just go through this audit and start fixing some of this stuff. And the great thing is that they don't have to have a Surfer Seo account. They can just access this link and they can start working on this stuff. Whatever your instructions are. So I thought that was really great. So let's see how this can help us. As I said, we're gonna have some how do you say, not instructions, suggestions from the tool in here that will, if we do this, it will bring us more on pair with our competitors, and then you have more chances to compete like shoulder to shoulder, right? So let's see. First thing you're gonna see, it's missing common backlinks. If you click here, you'll see that all these backlinks in here, our competitors have these links and we don't. So again, if you have a team or if you have some VAs, you can export this and give it to your outreach team, and they can take care of this and start doing some outreach and hopefully get some of these links. Most of the times, obviously, if you get the links, is one of the most important things in Google algorithm. If you get the links, well, you're gonna do really good as well. But in terms of on-page SEO, we come to this true density report in here, and this comes from the NLP API from Google NLP API, and obviously I do remember when I watched a very long webinar that Michal did a few weeks ago. I'll link you in the description if you want to check it out. He was saying that here you want to go first with the phrases, because what will happen is most of the times when you do the phrases, because you have more than one word in a phrase, of course, that will take care of the words here as well. Because when you write your content for let's say link building strategy, obviously gonna hit some words from that the tool suggests to use in this section. So basically what it is, we have to you see here it says it gives us a relevance, and obviously the higher the relevance is, the most important is for us to use those terms or words or numbers or phrases into our content. So as you can see, and actually it's giving us the sentiment as well, which is really nice. So for example, we have to go ahead and wow, so they don't have anywhere on their page blog post. Nope. So as you can see, we have it 0 times. It's an NLP suggestion. That means we should include it because Google understands blog post as an entity, and we should go ahead and add it to our article, and it's 70% relevant. So I would say it's definitely worth to add it a few times, and the tool says 10 to 32 times. And you just go ahead and go through this list. I won't go ahead and do all of them, not at once anyway. Let's say I'll do until I get to 50%. I'll use all these phrases in here, and then I'll stop. I resubmit my page to Google Search Console, and then I will for sometimes a week or so and see if there's any changes. And then I come back and I will work on this again. Once you finish with the phrases, you can come here to the words and see if there's anything else that you can add. Then we come to the words section. Here is where the tool is gonna tell you if you need to add more words, if you don't have to add more words. Backlinko here is the outlier. I probably shouldn't put it on the report because, as you can see, he just goes nuts with his content. It's too much, and he's the outlier here. So as you can see, the tool says that we are in the range, so that's good. We don't need to add any more there. We should add a little bit more words in strong, in the strong tag. Again, look at Backlinko. So we don't probably need that many more, but I would definitely do I don't know, maybe 10 or 20 just to get more or less on par with these guys here. Right, exact keywords, 0 exact keywords per 100 words in body. So we have to check this, and we kind of want to get again on pair with these guys. It's at 0.7. Okay, yeah. So it's good that it's telling you how much you need to add. We don't have it at all, which is amazing. So we should definitely go ahead and add it a couple of times. At least try to put it on the first paragraph, and then we can measure this again in a week or so. And we don't have an exact keyword in our H1. So what's the H1 on this page? There's no H1. But there's no it's link. It's here at the bottom. Link building strategy, the ultimate guide to planning your campaign. All right, so it looks like they go for link building strategy anyway. But I will put link building strategies, the ultimate guide to planning your campaign. So yeah, we should go ahead. If that's the keyword that we go for, link building strategies, and we don't have it in the H1, we should definitely have it in the H1 and in the title as well. As you can see, we don't have it in the title. So probably Average Mama, they go for link building strategy, not strategies. No actions required in here. As you can see, replace partial keywords with exact keyword in H1. Your web page has 4 partial keywords in H1, so but no exact phrase. So that means that we don't have the exact phrase in the exact order. You know what I mean? So like we were saying here, they have link building strategy, but we don't have link building strategies. Again, replace partial keywords with exact keyword in the title. Same here. Number of elements, no actions required. Add one H1 element including the exact keyword. We saw that. Add more images, so we need to add more images. As you can see, we have only 2. These guys, they have way more than us, so we should go ahead and add maybe 5 to 10 more images. And don't forget to use the alt tag as you've seen in the other screen where we were looking at the things that we have in the menu. Many people don't use the exact match keyword in the alt tag, which I would say it's smart for you to use it. And then this one here, consider removing 1 to 16 characters. I think that's not the most important thing for us to do, but leave it there, and then maybe after we've done everything we can consider that. Now, one thing that you should definitely look at, guys, this is the time to first byte. This is ridiculous. So you definitely need to fix this. I don't know what the issue might be. Maybe hosting, or maybe images, or whatever you have, scripts, I don't know. Same here with the load time. Backlinko it's even worse, but obviously, as I said, Backlinko is the outlier. We should not look at this guy for this report anyway. So that's the audit, guys. I hope I made it clear. If not, please leave a comment in the and I'll try to answer it. If I don't know how to, I'll obviously ask Michal, and he will know for sure. So remember that you can share this with your VAs, so they can take care of all these things that you have in here, and together with maybe some instructions of what you want them to do. Alright, so I think now we can go ahead and show you the second way I use this tool, Surfer Seo, and that's with the content editor. So this will help us create SEO optimized pages right from the get-go using the content editor. We use this feature when we don't have a page already and we want to create one for a new keyword that we want to rank for. And obviously, since I've mentioned the NLP so many times, this will help us to get the entities that Google consider relevant, obviously, for our query. So let's say I want to build a website about not a website, but a page about best luxury watches. That's because I was looking at some Armani watches, that's why. So again, make sure we have the NLP activated and create the query. So it's just simple as that. Just make sure you have the NLP. If you have it, make sure it's activated, so the NLP will give us some nice extra entities. And in just a second, we're gonna see that the tool gives us a report, and we have to customize it. We have to go and choose our competition. As you can see, it's ready. So we're just gonna open it, and we need to select our competitors. And there are fewer scenarios with this content editor that I'm gonna share with you today. At least that's my case. That's how I use it, and then you can apply it with your projects if you want. So here, what you want to make sure is that you don't have any outliers, like I was saying. Look, for example, CNN. I don't want to have CNN. They're not necessarily there for their own page SEO, I'm sure. And let me see these other guys. You don't want to have Wikipedia pages. You don't want to have Amazon or any like Forbes. I don't want to have Forbes in there. And this, I just want to have these little guys, all right? And then save changes. What the tool is gonna do now is going to get the entities for us, and hopefully this is not gonna take too long. Loading. I hope my internet is not bad. I know that if you guys watch my interview with Doug Cunnington last week, not interview, just a chat, I would say, my internet was quite crap. I'm sorry about that. And it seems like today is the case again. But as I said, you don't want to have those big websites in your report, because that will screw you over. That will give you just the wrong data, you know. So let's talk about the scenarios. I hope this is gonna load soon. The scenarios that I have when I use the content editor is, first, you can use it for let's say you have a writer or a content, you use a company that write content for you. Second will be you have a how do you say, you have you don't have the writer. And the third way is you can actually get one of the pages that you have, you can strip the page and leave only the content, and you can drop that into the content editor, and the tool will show you what you need to improve in terms of what entities you can add, what other terms and phrases you can add into your page. Hang on a second, this is not looking good. I don't like this. It's taking too long. I don't know what the heck is going on. Alright, so let's go to the report. So after we selected our competitors, you see the tool is giving us some details about the content structures, like how many words based on the competitors that we have chosen, how many paragraphs, graphics, images, and all that. Terms, I usually don't look at this, by the way. Headings, paragraph, I don't look at this. Best, this is our primary keywords, of course, and these here are the entities from the NLP API. So these are the things that we want to use in our content that will make us more relevant in Google Eyes. If you want to go even more like laser focused, you can just click here, show range of use for all terms, and that will give you all these terms and phrases and even some numbers in here. That will that it will give you a huge list of numbers for you to of terms for you to choose from. One thing to keep in mind is that the more important ones are here at the top on the left. So you'll start from here, from left to right, and then down, left and right, in terms of importance. So this luxury watch here is going to be much more important than California or Ambassador or Workshop or any of these here at the bottom. Okay, so right, and then you have some questions here at the bottom that you can use as H2s. These are great ways to add some content to your pages, or you can use it as a FAQ section in the bottom of your page. As well, you can leave some notes here. As I was saying, if you have a writer, you could give some notes in here, like write in a friendly tone, or whatever the tone of your website is. You can tell him make sure we include the exact keyword in the first. I'm sorry if I'm not typing very well at the moment. In the first 100 words or something like that. Whatever you want to tell him, or this could be notes to yourself as well, just so if you have any ideas now, you won't forget about him. So you can go, for example, and say here structure. So this is, hey, this is going to be our H1. This is going to be our H1, and we're gonna say 23 best luxury watches for men in 2020. And this is going to be our H2, blah blah blah. This is going to be our H3, blah blah blah. You know what I mean? And then you just finish customization. So as I was saying, the first scenario is where you have a writer. So having a writer, you can just copy this shareable link, as you can see here, and just like previously, you send him or her the link, and they can access this content editor from anywhere without having a Surfer SEO account. And the great thing is here with this content editor is that, as you can see here at the top, they have the same functions as the WordPress editor. You can add headings, you can bold things, italicize things, you can add links, images, bulleted list, and everything. And what will happen is, once the writer finish the content, or once they finish it, they can send you back the link, or they can just say, hey Adrian, check out this article that you both have links to. And what you can do here, let me just quickly show you what you can do, guys. You can just let's say this is the article. Once they have it done, you can just come here, copy everything, go to your website, and you just add it to your website, and it's gonna be exactly the same. This is a huge time saver. So you're gonna take your title, you're gonna put it in the right place and all that, you're gonna save and this is going to be exactly the same as your WordPress editor, which is again a huge time saver. I really like this. And as you can see, the editor, not the editor, but the writer, they can see all the details here on the right hand side. They can see this is the primary keyword that we're going for. These are the notes that I left for the writer, so make sure we have friendly tone, blah blah blah. This is the structure that we're gonna have. They see how many words they need to go for and how many words they have already. Excuse me, I have a dry throat. And then you have all these important terms to use. And as you can see, I don't know if you realize, but as you can see, as you write these phrases and words and all that, they change color in here. That's because it's going to tell you that, hey, you've used this once. Like for example here, best luxury watches, we used it once in the H1. The word best, we use it 2 times out of 8 times. Is my head in the way? It possibly is. But as you can see here, watches, we use it 7 times out of 42, and so on and so forth. So we can say, let me try to get this one. Designer watches for men. So let's say here, if you're looking for the best, just keep an eye on this here, on the designer watches. As you can, and you see that as I write it, as I write the phrase is gonna change color. So if you're looking for the best designer watches for men, you see change color. We have you covered. All right, and you see change the color. This is really nice because you'll know which keywords you already included in your content. and you'll know which one not to use anymore, so you don't become like over optimized. Alrighty, so this is exactly what I would do if I don't have a writer. I will create this nice link here with the nodes and notes to myself, right? So when I go back to the content, I'll know exactly what I need to do. And I said that you can actually strip an existing page. So let's say we go and strip this one. As we said, this is I'm pretending to be our rich mama. So what we can do, we go back to content editor. We're going to choose the keyword that we try to rank for. So this report has been already created. This is for content editor, not for the SERP analyzer. All right. So you open your report. That will give us the exact keywords that we need to use for this keyword. All right. And we're just gonna copy and paste our content in here, just the content, nothing else. And as you can see, it's telling us to add the H1 that include link building strategies, remove some words that start with this, and here you see the important terms to use and how many times we have them in the content, if there's any other terms that we should include. And again, this you can do this by yourself, or you can send this to your team to take care of it. And I believe these have covered all the ways that you can use Surfer SEO, at least how I use it. I'm pretty much sure there's other guys out there more experienced than I am, and they have other uses. I don't know. I would love to know if that's the case. And I hope this video was helpful, guys. If you have questions, leave them below. As I said, if I don't know how to answer it, I'm gonna contact my friend Michal Suski, and he will know obviously what to do. And again, give me a thumbs up if you like the video, and I hope to see you in the Facebook group if you want, so we can talk a little bit more about this or other stuff that's related to internet marketing, like online business and achieving freedom and all that good stuff. I'm really motivated to and inspired to talk about this kind of stuff. So until next time, thanks for watching, boss. And keep in mind that we're gonna get rid of that boss very soon. All right. All right, boys and girls, thank you very much for watching, and until next time,